Lowdown was released in 2014. This is directed by Jeff Preiss, written by Topper Lilien and Amy Jo Albany, with a cast including John Hawkes, Elle Fanning, Lena Headey. We also have Tim Daly, and it's because of Tim Daly that I wanted to watch this, and honestly, I didn't love it. I didn't find it to be very engaging at all. If you're very, very interested in the topic, you might find it to be a little bit more interesting, but I've mentioned this before and I'll say it again. A good biopic should be able to introduce the viewer to the subject matter, and it should not rely on any prior knowledge or interest. It should be captivating in itself, and I just didn't really feel like that was the case here. Wikipedia explains it brilliantly without giving away anything in too much detail, and it says that it's based on the memoirs written by Amy Jo Albany about her father, famed jazz pianist Joe Albany, and his struggles with drug addiction. Instantly sounds like a solid topic for a biopic. It seems like there's going to be a lot of substance, great takeaways. I really wanted to get to know the characters. And I will say we do get to know the characters. They do feel well-rounded. I don't know how accurate they are to the true individuals, but the character writing is very strong and the performances to go with that are very good. And on the one hand, I think the atmosphere worked well. It did look quite gritty. I think it got the tone right. But on the other hand, I found it to be incredibly boring. As I said, I knew nothing of the individuals beforehand, so maybe it would be a different experience if that were not the case, if I actually knew more about them. But as I said, I don't believe a good biopic relies on prior existing knowledge. It could be a different experience, but I don't think no prior knowledge equals bad experience. I think a good biopic should be able to excite the viewer into wanting to learn more, into feeling engaged with the narrative, into being interested in learning more about the characters, but I just wasn't. The characters are well written, but I didn't come away from it feeling like I wanted to dig deeper or to learn more or to look out for other films about them, but certainly I don't have any issues with the character writing, but the specifics of the narrative just were a little bit bland. And as I said, I think they got the tone right, the atmosphere right. It did feel quite gritty, and I don't have any issues there. That's not my personal preference, though, when it comes to films. So that one didn't work well for me either, but that's not a criticism. That one is personal preference. The sound was okay. I didn't think the music was anything particularly interesting, but you might like the music more than I did. Again, that's more of a personal preference thing. The music certainly is not bad. Camera work is fine. Performances are good, characters are well written, and the narrative is quite bland compared with what the description made it seem like it was going to be. Do I recommend it? I don't know. Obviously, if you're aware of the individuals, yes, I recommend it. Let me know what you think. Did it meet your own expectations? Does it feel believable based on what you know about the characters? If, like me, you're brand new to the individuals, if you're very, very interested in the topic, give it a go. But if you're just looking for a decent film, I don't really think I recommend it.